literally whipped off one of my legs and held it up.
We've been kicked out of 2 pubs doing that. Reach and grab it. Korrin, nice to see you again. How you been doing?
Nice to see you too.
Good, good. Get into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Righto. How did you come to have a limb difference?
So in my case, about 14 years ago, I went to hospital with some abdominal pains, got sepsis, and unfortunately, as a result, came out a quad amputee. So,
Quad?
Wow. Yeah. So
Right.
both legs below the knee, all my fingers, and my to right, to like middle,
Just through sepsis?
just through sepsis. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So yeah, welcome to the world of amputee.
Mine was this year, 50 years ago.
Oh wow.
And I was a jockey, and I was cutting some Lucerne hay for my horses, and got my arm caught in a chaff cutter, which took it off to just below the elbow. So
Yeah.
yeah, 50 years this year.
Celebrating?
A hand party, yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be having a hand party somewhere.
Yeah. I went to a 70th legless party a couple of years ago for a friend. So got to celebrate these
The
things.
things we do, the things we do.
Absolutely. Okay, perfect. Was that the one that you just did?
No.
Or was that
that's-
a new one?
That's a new one.
Okay. Right. What was your first prosthesis and how did you feel about it?
My first prosthesis was a cable-operated aluminium hook, just a 2-clipper hook, which was all right, but it took a wee while to get used to it. And I found the straps that you have to wear. You wear an anchored strap around the shoulder, cable across the back, and push forward to operate open and close. But that took a lot of work and a lot of stress and wear and tear on the neck and the muscles around the neck. So,
Yeah.
paying for it now.
And I guess limited movements
Yeah.
wise with what you could do with it. But
Well,
I mean, I have seen people do some amazing stuff with those hooks though.
I built a couple of houses, so you can do a lot with it. And it's great because if you miss
Okay,
with
so
the
not
hammer,
limited at all.
yeah, if you miss with the hammer, it doesn't hurt, so it's great. But yeah, you could do a lot of things, but no, pretty basic, and it's the stress on the rest of the body
Yeah.
from wearing it. Yeah,
Do you still have it? You still?
yeah, I've still
yeah,
got a couple.
and still
yeah.
use it.
Keep all
every
my
now and
old
then?
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, hanging in the garage there somewhere.
Well, it's always handy to have in the hand.
So yours was
So my first ever one was actually just a myo hand. So it was basically a cosmetic hand that just opened and closed, didn't do
no other functions.
no,
just-
no other functions. Actually found it pretty useless. Couldn't even hold a drink bottle or anything with it. It was more for cosmetic purposes than anything else. Then I moved on to Be Bionic. So that was my first myoelectric hand.
Okay.
But that thing, yeah, broke all the time. Definitely wasn't waterproof
Yeah.
or wine-proof, as I found out when I had to take the wine glass home from the pub one night because it seized around it. So, yeah, so that's, there's always those sorts of stories. But, yeah, so that was me. Okay,
Right.
next one.
Do you have a favourite prosthesis, feature, or party trick that you'd like to show off to the others?
Well, it depends on, how much we're allowed to to show.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure you and I have got the same
I
party
think
trick.
we do have the same
So-
party trick, and
You-
used in different ways though.
Yeah, so obviously, I mean, the common question everyone asks is, can you flip the bird?
That was the first question I got asked.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, so I definitely got
On my first generation one hand, you couldn't. So
Ah,
at the limb centre, I had the help of the clinician, and we manufactured it on the function button, the fifth function. So you have 5 settings that you can put on here.
yeah.
So it was nicknamed in my family Function 5. And that's what I got known as. But yeah, the other one is you take your hand off, and I've done this at a pub, you put it on the jug, and as you give it to your mate and he takes it up to the bar And as the person grabs the jug, your hand goes with it. So that's sort of frightens a few people. We've been kicked out of 2 pubs doing that, but yeah, you can do all the little things like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You've got to have some fun with it.
Oh, you do. Yeah.
My husband calls it a very expensive wine glass holder because he reckons that's all I do with it. I assure him that I do many other things with it, but that's all he sees me doing with it. So,
Fair enough.
yeah, can't think of any other party tricks.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty cool, like showing people if it's waterproof, raining, and you can just wander around and actually not have to worry about it too much.
Yeah.
With my old hand, I had to like hide it under my jacket or something. So, yeah, and I've got Rock On built into mine as well.
Oh, you got programmed in.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool at concerts. All right. What is something that surprised you when first learning to use a myoelectric prosthesis?
What's
something that surprised you?
Surprised me? Everything. The first surprise I had was when I put it on the end of my arm, because after having a hook for 47 years, I thought my hand looked like a tennis racket.
Ah.
It just felt huge on the end of my arm. But got used to that fairly quickly. And then it's just a matter of getting it in the right position to pick up something.
Yeah.
Because mine is a manually operated wrist, so just getting it in the right position. But once you do, I mean, I learnt how to tie my shoelaces in 3 months.
Wow.
Doing little things like opening snap-lock bags and things like that. Amazing. The dexterity of it is amazing. And it makes you feel normal again, sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I think for me, it's just trying new things that you're kind of like, oh, this is probably never going to be able to do this. And then it actually does. And you're like, yeah. I just remember holding a knife for the first time and cutting up my own food.
Yep.
I'd gone 9 years of having to have other people cut up my food every time we went out for dinner or something. So, yeah, just the little things like that, I think. But also the ease of, they put it on and it just works. And, yeah.
And you're like me, you put it on first thing in the morning, take it off last thing at night?
I'm trying to be more like that. Unfortunately, I sort of got into the routine of not using it like at home and just doing stuff without it on. But now I'm like more tempted to sort of like, oh, I want to put my arm on and try and see if I can actually do that task, in a different way and make things a little bit easier. So it's just a little bit of trial and error. Yeah.
When the first TASKA video, my wife saw the first TASKA video, it showed a guy vacuuming, and I said I didn't get that option put into it. So
yeah.
Tried to get out of it that way, but that didn't work.
Exactly. Yeah. And doing the dishes. Yeah.
Right. Can you name a favourite prosthetic you have seen from a movie or a TV series? Oh, that's a good one.
Oh,
depends how far back you want to go.
I mean, it's not arm related, but have you seen the Kingsman movies?
Yes.
And that girl, she's got those like razor prosthetic legs, like, and she's like fully like slices through people and stuff. Not that I'd want to walk around on like knives for legs, but I've seen some pretty cool stuff, but I mean a lot of that CGI. So
the one I remember is right back as far as I can remember is 76 or 77 when Star Wars came out, and I'd just got my first hook then, my first prosthetic, and CP3O was walking across the stage with his robot arms and everything, and I thought, wow, that would look good with one of those.
Yeah.
And that's what I remember. And when I got it, I went, oh, CP3O.
Yeah.
Or the $6 Million Man, when you remember back to those ones?
Yeah, just.
Yeah.
There's some pretty cool stuff, but I think, and the other one for me, obviously being a below knee amputee as well, seeing some of these, models out there walking around on
Yeah.
6-inch high heels and stuff like that. So it's like, whew, more game than I am.
'Cause the
I'm
design-
happy just
yeah.
to be able to walk on flats.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
The design for my stump, the socket, was off a movie. I remember seeing the movie, and it was an Australian movie, and I can't remember the name of it, but I showed the clinician how the guy had the wings on the top of the
Oh, yeah.
socket area,
Yeah.
and a strap that went across and just pulled it in, so it held it on nice and tight without any other. And that was a really good movie to see, because that's how I got my socket adapted to suit, and it works perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was good.
I think the awesome thing is now it's so like socially accepted, and it's kind of cool, and so like a lot more people are putting it out there, like in the media and stuff, and if they've got arms, and it just gives you ideas, and like you see someone who's doing archery with their arm, you know, and it's like cool.
It's how they remember you as well, because I won a meat raffle recently. I had Richard robotic arm, because they didn't know my last name, so you get remembered and they know who you are, so it's great.
Definitely. Yeah, I always get, especially from little kids, you know, are you part robot? Or I'm like, I'm a girl transformer. They're like, cool, I want a robot arm. So yeah.
Oh, cool.
All right. What do you wish people would ask instead of awkwardly avoiding it?
Anything. A lot of people, they stare at you and they go, oh, and you know what they want to ask you, but
Yeah.
and so I just normally go back, what do you want to know?
Yeah.
And a few people I've talked to, they get a bit upset about people asking. I said, well, just turn it around the other way. You're the teacher.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't know anything about what's happened to you or how you got to where you're going to be, or what you've got. So you're in charge. So you've got the floor. Tell them.
Yeah, definitely. I'm a bit the same. Like, be out for dinner or something, and you can just see out the corner of your eye, like especially little kids, and they're like staring at it. I'm like, "Are you looking at my robot hand?" And they're like, "Yeah."
And the parents go,
Yeah. And and I'm like, "It's totally fine." And then I'm like, "Come over, I'll, you know, give me a high five or shake my hand and stuff." Some kids can be a little bit like, "Oh, that's freaky." Yeah. I won't say what I said to one of those kids that said that to me once.
But I find the kids used to ask,
I will say, I said to him, "You're the freaky one. Look at you with your 2 arms and 2 legs." But anyway.
But I find that kids will ask the questions and then they'll go back to their parents, and the parents are asking the kids.
Yeah.
Whereas I just say to people, just ask.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
Fine.
Exactly. Yeah, so, I mean, I found it's a huge conversation, this point, because, I mean, I've been on a plane before, and I had quite a well-known radio DJ sitting next to me, and he was like, "Whoa, cool, what's the story of that," you know, and I said, you know, told him the story and stuff, and my husband was like, "Oh, she's also got no legs," and literally whipped off one of my legs and held it up on the plane, and the people across the aisle were just like, "What the heck is going on?" But I managed to get onto that radio station, so because we were flying to Sydney, and he was like, "What are you guys up to tomorrow? Come on the show." And
Nice.
yeah, so led to all these pretty cool things.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm all about just ask the question.
Did right. Right. Well, can you recall a time when your prosthetic hand served as an icebreaker?
Well, I just did.
Every time, just about every time.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
it always, absolutely. Yeah. It's just one of those things where, I mean, you know, you work in a bar.
Yeah.
I go to a bar, I order a drink, and then I reach over and get my drink off and it always is like, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah.
You know, what's the story around that? Or absolutely, it's
it is an icebreaker, and just to let people know what happened and how it happened, it just sparks up conversations.
and also just opening up the conversations around technology and how far it's come.
The one thing I always use is that it's New Zealand made,
Me
and
too.
it's made here in Christchurch.
Absolutely, yeah.
And everybody goes, wow, really?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a wonder the place hasn't been stalked, because I normally tell them where it is as well. So,
All of a sudden they've got a bunch of
but
visitors
yeah, working
turning
behind the
up.
bar, and I work with short sleeve shirts, so everybody sees my
Sees
arm and
it.
everything.
Yeah.
And so when I'm pouring jugs, and people just, oh, wow, that's a bit fancy. And then you can get into whole conversations.
Absolutely.
Picking up glasses and putting the lock button on so I
Yeah.
don't drop them.
Yeah.
And they'll just watch you go across the bar waiting for you to, but so.
Yeah. Have you tried the the grip functions? So if you can turn the lock on with a long hold, or
No, my long hold is for the other reason.
oh yes, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
I found that.
you've
bit more-
already
That's a bit
utilised
more.
it.
That's a bit more of an icebreaker as well, because some of the students that drink in our hotel, it comes in handy sometimes. Yeah. So,
Totally fair enough. All right. Okay, when were you fitted with a TASKA for the first time, and how did that feel?
first time was, I think, 2016, 15, 16. 15 I might have been introduced. 16 I think I got my first one. And yeah, as I say,
Yeah.
it felt huge, but it didn't take long to get used to it.
Yeah.
And having it put on, everybody knew me as Hooky or Captain Hook, which I have a name of a karaoke show I present. So, but I use that as an icebreaker now too, because I say, well, I can't change it to Captain Handy, so it's still Captain Hook. So, but so it was really, really good. But again, it's talking to people, because it became a really good hot topic because people saw it straight away.
Yeah.
And I had the sand-coloured one, which stood out a lot as well. So, so the same colour is very similar to the back plate, so it stood out a wee bit. But I was working as a sales rep, and I was talking to a client, and we were there for a good 5 minutes. And I went to do something. She went, "Oh, I didn't even know you had the hand on."
Yeah.
So if you're doing it on normal things, people don't notice it.
Yeah, I've had the same thing happen actually. Quite a few people are like, "Oh, gosh, I didn't even realise." I mean,
The worst one was I had a repair done. I left the limb set and went back to work, and I pointed to a light in the shop, and my hand wasn't fixed properly, and it came off.
oh no.
That caused a few problems in the shop for a wee while.
Oh no. Oh,
Yeah, so-
I'm just trying to think. I'm pretty sure I was 2026? Must be end of 23 or 24 that I got my hand.
Right.
Yeah. So, but again, I just think, it's great. Don't have to send it overseas to get repaired.
No, that's the great thing. Yeah.
So, and as I mentioned earlier, it's just the ease of putting it on and just being able to use it straight away, and just the look and the feel of it.
Yeah, with bar work
Just
and
been
everything,
much
splashing
better.
and like you with the wine,
Yeah.
me with beer and washing things. But
Yeah.
that's the beauty about it. You can just do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And
And of course, vegetables and all those like healthy things
The what?
at home. Yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Cooking things.
Do
Yeah.
cooking things, not just alcohol related.
Oh, here's a good one. What do children and animals think of your prosthesis? Yeah.
Kids are mostly, I would say, like 99% of the time intrigued.
Yeah.
And they all want one, and they want to look at it and touch it and
Do
feel
you get
it.
them pushing the buttons to change?
Oh yeah,
change
definitely.
it? My grandson would sit
and then
there for hours.
playing with the fingers and animals are a funny one. Like I've found like some dogs kind of like freak out a little bit, especially with the noise. And then but then other like my dog doesn't care about it. But
I found
suppose
it's
'cause
when
I've
they
had it around.
scent, they'll smell you at this hand. They know the scent. They come over and they sniff this hand,
Yeah,
and there's nothing there.
yeah,
And that freaks. I've had a couple of dogs freak out over that.
yeah.
But again, the
true.
noise when you open and close it is another thing that I find.
Yeah. So it's usually the noise that they sort of like shy away from.
I've had my
But,
grandkids take my arm. I've taken my arm off, and I've come out and they're standing there with their hand in the socket.
I
standing
know,
there.
trying to.
I'm a robot, things like that.
I
So
went and did a talk, or basically just a little presentation thing to a preschool, and so I took like my shower legs in and my driving arm and took this arm off and handed it around, and these are like little 3 and 4 year olds, but really inquisitive. And one boy was like, "So, can you wear that in the shower?" And I said, "Oh, well, I possibly could. I mean, I don't, but I did say, I said it is waterproof and I can do all these sorts of things with it." And then, another kid will be like, "What did they use to chop off your arm?" It's like one extreme to the other, and
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
"Oh,
yeah,
how do I answer this question?" So, yeah, it's what I love, especially about kids, is having no filter,
no, that's a great.
and
thing.
they're not guarded yet by sort of holding back and not wanting to ask the hard questions.
I did a talk at a school with a robotics class or a science class, and I had the Generation 1 hand, which didn't have the ability to scroll on screens and that the new ones do. And this kid asked me, "Can you use it on your phone?" I go, no, these fingertips aren't. "Oh, you can get the stuff now, you can put it on," and they knew all about it.
Yeah,
And I'm going, oh, can you? Oh, okay.
yeah.
I'll have to chat to you later.
Yeah, I know. It's and what I think is really cool is that more and more schools are sort of doing moving into the robotics stuff. Yeah, I mean, one of the schools in Hawke's Bay, they actually won a trip. I think they went over to America to compete in some robotics
Yeah.
competition or something. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, I was a school caretaker in London with my hook, and the kids, just what you could do, they said was just amazing. It just showed them that you could do it.
Yeah.
And after I'd been there 3 months, the kids didn't even worry about it. I was standing in a playground one day, and the next minute, the little girl's holding onto my hook with a hand.
Oh,
And things like that. They just get so used to you.
it's so cute.
And I mean, if I'd been there now with this, I think they'd be absolutely amazed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're great.
Yeah. Okay, whose turn is it? I can't remember.
I can't remember either. Okay.
Yours. Go for it. Probably mine, but oh well.
Here we go. How has losing a limb changed you?
Oh, well, in my case it was 4. So I just took it to the next level. I was like,
You're going to do it. If you're going to do it, you do it properly. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think for me, I'm a big believer that this is the path that I was meant to walk. And I was always really big on disability advocacy beforehand anyway. But now it's just given me a real sense of purpose, and I mean, makes us different from everyone else, in a cool way. And so now with the work that I do, with TASKA as a brand, champion, or with the Amputee Federation and all of that, it's all on behalf of people, as amputees or born with limb difference.
Yep.
And it's rewarding, and I think that's the biggest thing. I just enjoy life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And you?
For me, it was a huge change. I was 17 when I lost my arm.
Yeah, I mean, that's
And
young.
I was a jockey, so that's all I ever wanted to be in my life. And to be told that you couldn't do it anymore
Yeah.
was huge.
Yeah.
So it was a whole reevaluation of what do you want to do and how you want to do it. And but it's just, I had a great tutor in my dad. He said, come on, just shake your shoulders, get onto it. You can do anything you want to do. And that's what I've been doing. So 50 years, never been unemployed.
Yeah.
If you couldn't have it and get a job, you made one,
Yeah.
did something,
Yeah.
mowed lawns, cleaned windows, didn't
Yeah.
worry, hung wallpaper, one-arm paper hanger, done everything. So it's made me more determined to be able to do things.
Yeah,
That's-
absolutely. That's the, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, instills a resilience that, you know, you might not have had or didn't know you had
No.
beforehand. Yeah.
The great thing is to show people, like even children, that it doesn't matter how you do something.
Yeah.
You don't need two hands to do it. You can do it by doing, like I taught the kids in my wife's a teacher, and for the afternoon I teach them how to tie their shoelaces with one hand. And of course chaos, because that's all they did for the rest of the afternoon was try and she said, I'm trying to teach them maths and things, and they've got no idea because they're all trying to tie their shoelace. But you can show people that you don't need two hands to do anything. You've just got to find another way of doing it.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
And like opening a box of matches with one hand and lighting a match.
Okay.
And things you learn to do without even thinking you're learning something that people can't do. But then you get your mates to try it. I mean, my mate would you argue with me because I couldn't get out of bed and get dressed quick enough to muck the boxes out in the stables. So I said, all right, I'll tie your arm behind your back. I was out and he took him nearly 3/4 of an hour to come out. I said, what was the problem? He said, I couldn't hold my trousers up. So just little things like pulling trousers on and learning how to do it with one hand.
With one hand, yeah.
And
definitely.
so, you got to learn.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm a bit the same, like, and it's why I do what I do, especially going into schools and things. It's just trying to instill in, you know, some of these kids that people are different, but you don't have to give up.
No.
You know, if something happens to you, you just find another way to do stuff.
That's right.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's all about education and just ensuring people
And when they hear it from a person who's got a
lived
disability
it,
and lived it, it's the difference. I mean, I found when I lost my arm, I was talking to people who had two limbs and they go, we know how you feel.
So actually, you know, you don't.
It's one of the worst things you can ever hear.
Yeah.
You know, because they may understand, but they don't know.
No.
And by explaining and showing people, it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I always get like people saying, "Oh, does Craig do your makeup?" And I'm like, "God, no."
Yeah.
He asked me one time, "Is it like painting a house?" I never let him come near my face again with my makeup brush. No. So yeah.
Oh,
All
dear.
right. What's the funniest prosthetic fail you've had?
Oh. Cable snapping on one of my old cable operated arms. Smashed the wine glass into smithereens because I thought, I'll pick that up and take it over. Nah, the cable snapped and just glass went everywhere. And very embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God. I mean, I talked about taking the wine glass home from the pub. I mean, was it talking? You know, lucky I knew the bar owner. And
did they fill it before you left though?
Oh, so what I meant was they just kept coming along and like refilling my glass, so I got free wine for the rest of the night. So I was like, I'm just going to utilise this each time. But yeah, probably what we were talking about before with the inappropriate gesture, and I go to shake someone's hand who was quite important.
Yes.
And it flicked into
the
that mode.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that was a little bit embarrassing. But I mean, lucky he had a good sense of humour, but it was kind of like, you wouldn't want that to happen, I suppose, in a like really
when it does with mine,
important business meeting.
I tend to point to something if I can't get the change without them seeing it, or I hold down a piece of paper and write something on it because it makes out that that's another function that we use. Oh, okay. No. But you can have some
Can have some fun with
battery
it.
running out.
Oh yeah, that's happened to me
Flew to London. I got all the way to London and I went to use my arm and it didn't work. And I went, oh, something's gone wrong here. And I realised that the battery is flat.
Yeah.
Because we'd been flying for so long. And I forgot to take the charger with me. So I had no use of my arm until I got to the hotel where I could charge it again.
Yeah.
So that was another, we learnt that one.
Yeah.
What is one thing you'd like people to better understand about having a limb difference? Ooh, that's a good one.
I think like just exactly what we were talking about before is that life doesn't end when you lose a limb.
Yeah.
you just have to adjust,
Yeah.
and you just adjust your mindset and adjust, your attitude, and learn to do things in a completely different way. I'm a big person who's all about trial and error. Like if I can't do something, I'll just keep trying in a bunch of different ways before I actually ask for help.
Yeah. Yeah, my
Yeah.
biggest one's my wife saying, "Why are you getting so frustrated?" But little things, and I know I can do it. That's what's frustrating
Yeah.
about it, because you can't do it the first time, so you try
Yeah.
and like you say, let me do it. No.
Yeah, that's
No
right.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause you
She calls it stubbornness. I call it determination. It's just
Definitely a bit of both.
I think my one's better.
Yeah.
No, it's just, a lot of people ask you, do you want help? My biggest one at the moment is the latest one that nobody thinks you ever hear is, can I give you a hand?
Oh, I love that one. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, yes, please.
I just say to them, no, I've got another 3 at home, so that's fine. I don't need any more. Yeah.
Or I use the opposite, where I'm like, I would give you a hand, but I've only got half one left. So I'm like, I'm not giving you what I've got left.
You've got to come up with the puns very quickly.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the amount of people though that say, "Oh, can I give you a hand?" and then they're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so
Yeah,
sorry."
I didn't mean
It's
to say
like,
that. Yeah, yeah.
Don't say sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's something your prosthesis can do that surprises people besides flipping the bird?
No, a lot of people, especially working behind the bar,
Oh yeah.
I'll pour a pint and I'll reach up I use my TASKA hand to operate the pump. And they'll say to me that, wow, you can pour a pint better than a person with 2 hands. And I went, well, I've drunk enough of them, so I know how to pour them. So, but yeah, a lot of people just using it, they go, oh, wow, I didn't realise it could do that.
Yeah.
Or it moves and they go, oh, how'd you do that?
Yeah.
Is that your mind thinking that you can do that?
Yeah.
And
I
I
get
went,
that a lot as well.
"No."
Is
Yeah.
that mind controlled?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went,
It's
"No,
like,
it's-
no, well, I'm basically telling the muscle to move, and
Yeah.
explaining to people. Mine would be like holding a pen and signing my name or something. People are kind of intrigued by that.
Yeah.
And probably like scrolling on my phone with the fingertips.
That's that's great.
And
Yeah.
utilising the capacitive touch and stuff. So people are sort of quite surprised by that.
It's
cool.
amazing. You go to this and they just watch you.
Yeah, I know.
And they're watching you.
Yeah.
And you
You can
think,
just
oh,
feel
don't
it.
stuff this up.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
know.
do this properly.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. And then when it goes wrong, you just go, oh, these hands. Sometimes they just don't.
Yeah. Got a mind of its own.
Yeah. Mind of its
Or
own. Yeah.
technology, great when it works,
Yeah.
but not when it doesn't. Yeah, I've often used that one
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. Alrighty. What do you like the most about your prosthetic?
Oh,
Hard one, isn't it?
yeah, because it's like multiple.
Yes, this is it.
Yeah.
Yeah. How can it's sorting out one that's the most.
I think the aesthetic look of it, for me, is something that I really appreciate. Like
Yeah.
I've seen. I mean, some of the hands that are on the market, the fingers are like creepy looking, and yeah.
Normality.
Yeah.
That's what I
It's-
find.
Yeah, it's definitely the look, and obviously just the things that I can do with it that I can't do with.
I like the normality because I could walk down the road and people think I have a glove on.
Yeah,
Or if this hand's in the pocket, they think there's a glove on this
Yeah.
hand. And they don't notice you until you use it or they
Exactly.
hear it.
yeah,
Oh, what was that?
yeah.
So yeah, normality is probably the best
Absolutely.
thing in it. All
Yeah.
the functions are fantastic.
Oh yeah,
And-
definitely.
And what you can actually do with it is it's hard to separate out one thing and say that's the best. That's the best. But normality, I find,
Yeah,
is the one thing I'd say is the biggest part.
yeah,
Just blending in and
Yeah.
walking in the crowd and nobody knows.
yeah.
And I've done it too. I've put my hook on and got on a bus and everybody stares at you. Put your hand on, get on the bus and nobody does.
No one even notices.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's normality, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What's the dumbest thing someone has said to you about having a limb difference?
Yeah. There's been a few.
I've could write a book on these.
One person, probably the dumbest thing I've had said, or the most offensive, was a guy said to me, how much is the arms? And I gave him a rough cost of what the arms were. And he goes, wow, that's a lot. Who pays for that? And I went, ACC. And he went, oh, so we pay for it. And I went, well, my mate was with me and he goes, whoa, that's a tough one. I went, no, it's all right. I said, well, I haven't been unemployed in 50 years, so actually I pay for it. And people think just because you have a disability that they've been supporting you
Yeah.
and what you do, and you don't work and you
just
sit at home
assume.
and you go to the pub and you do whatever you want to do. And they think that because you've got a disability, you can't do anything. Well, no, they're wrong.
Yeah.
And that's probably the dumbest thing I've ever had said to me,
Yeah.
or the rudest,
Yeah. Yeah. Some people can be pretty offensive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think. Oh god, probably the worst thing that someone said to me once was, "Do you ever think about, like, would you have preferred to not be here, or to
Really?
still be living like, or live your life like you are now?" Who even thinks of that sort of shit? So yeah, yeah, I think
Yeah.
people just need to maybe think before they speak sometimes.
Well, it's and understand that just because you've got a disability doesn't mean you're useless.
No, exactly.
You know,
And then, if anything, it's like more of a superpower than the average person, so why not?
like I play golf, and I play golf one-handed because the flexibility is not here, so I play one-handed. And I beat 3 guys in our club championships, and they've all sat there and gone, geez, now we have to go to work and tell them we got beat by a guy with one hand.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
it's explained to people that just because you've got a disability doesn't mean you're useless.
No.
You're not.
And yeah, and it's about perspective, and it's about, like we were talking about before, determination, and yeah, sometimes it opens up doors
And I like the
to opportunities and
the
things
humour
that you might not have.
The
had.
humour that disabled people have is brilliant as well. Like yourself,
absolutely.
both your legs missing.
Yeah.
We were playing a golf tournament and it was pouring down with rain. Huge puddle on the fairway. And there's a guy from Aussie with 2 legs missing. And we said, got to play where it lies. He went, fine, I'm not going to get weird feet. And he just went straight in. So, yeah, you just get on with what you're doing. And yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right. What is the best reaction someone's had to your limb difference? These are tough ones, aren't they?
Yeah. The best reaction.
Best reaction you've had to your limb difference?
Oh, wow. So, I'm a bit of a Matchbox 20 fan, the band.
Yes.
So last year I went to Rob Thomas because he was touring here, and I did a VIP ticket, so it had included a meet and greet. And I walked in, and he went to give me a hug, and I said, "Actually, can you shake my hand?" And he goes, "F yeah!" And then he was like, "Let's get a photo," and blah, 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 what can it do? And so we got photos, and I think, just like someone who's pretty famous, whatever, just having that sort of reaction was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, most people are really cool about it, and like we were talking about earlier, it's it's a conversation piece, and it opens up the conversation and opens up doors to things that you may never have had before. So and people always love when I'm on stage and I'm showing them how it works and going through the grip cycles, and then I'm like, and yes, it can do this, and that always gets a good laugh out of people. So
Mine was probably with having a hook at the beginning and for so long. I met a person and they said, could we give you, or would you be prepared to talk to a friend of ours who's got one arm, but he doesn't wear a prosthesis. He only has an arm of rubber that he puts in his pocket. And he didn't like anybody seeing his arm. His parents had never seen his arm. And he lived at home. And I went, yeah, I'll have a chat to him. And I said, tell him to come to my place. I gave him my address, and he came round. And got his right arm missing. So we shook hands the other way. He came in, I said, look, just wait, I've just got to finish the dishes. And he watched me do the dishes, and I sat down and explained how I used my hook, why I had it, and that I wear T-shirts so I don't hide it from anybody. And 3 weeks later, I met up with the guy who I'd met originally, and he said, great news, he's actually got a prosthetic now, and he hadn't had one for 13 years.
Wow.
So he actually went to the limb centre and got one made and put on and actually used it.
Yeah.
Which then that made me feel real good.
Yeah, definitely.
So that was probably the best response I've had.
Oh, yeah. And often it takes just to see someone else utilising something and actually realising what's possible.
Yeah, that's right. There's a lot of people, because back in the early days, the limb centres, you never really knew about them.
No.
You didn't have when I first lost my arm, they were seeing 300 to 400 people a year in their clinics.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Now there's 300, 400 every 2 days.
Yeah.
And so you got more awareness about things nowadays, and with social media and things like that. But so no, that was probably the best response I've ever had.
Very cool. All right, last one. What advice would you give someone who has just lost a limb?
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
That's a tough one because there's
it's
2 ways of losing your limb. Someone like yourself who've got them and has a blood illness or sepsis and things like that, where they're told that tomorrow you're going to lose your limbs. Or someone like myself who had it done in an accident straight away, bang, there's nothing you can do about it. So there's a trauma accident or a operational accident or amputation. They're very, very different. And how you talk to someone about it is very different as well.
Yeah.
Because the person who loses in the accident have got no choice. They've got to get used to it. A person who's being told that they're going to lose them, that takes longer for them to adjust and the realisation of what's going to happen.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I find it really, it's hard to talk.
Yeah. And it can also, I mean, the person who has had the limb loss, I mean, there's so many factors, like, how are they coping with it mentally?
Yep.
What part of the grief process are they going through?
What they do for a living.
Yeah, exactly. Like what's been taken away from them, and what's their age? Do they have support at home? Like all of those things, it really matters. So I do obviously do peer support through the limb centres and stuff, and you've just got to take all of that into account. You can't. The biggest thing that I've found is you can't go into it expecting that they're going to be at the same level that you are, and all you've got to give them is light at the end of the tunnel.
One size doesn't fit all.
No, absolutely. And just to be open to their questions, and also open to the fact that they might not be ready right now to hear everything that you have to say. Because it could be that then, can you contact me in a month's time or 2 months' time?
For myself, it was, I needed my arms to do the job that I wanted for the whole life.
Yeah.
The same as if a rugby player or a football player loses their leg, their passion's gone. Yep. So you've got that to start with, because that's their passion. That's what they love.
Definitely.
And so you have to, and it's hard to get people. Some people don't open up when you ask them the questions.
No.
So you've got to find out all these things before you can actually help them do what they need to do.
Yeah.
And it takes time. But
Yeah. Awesome.